Now, in this program, any resemblance between the people you see on the screen and real living people is purely intentional. Because, in fact, they are real, and it's our pleasure to catch them in the act of being themselves.
Hey guys, Rogue Nation here with you today. Got a crazy video coming to us out of Orange Beach, Alabama. Sort of a freak out the mayor has in the orange shirt over this gentleman here in this blue jacket, who I guess is a lawyer and who's filing a lawsuit against the city. And, you know, the issues are basically what a lot of municipalities are going to be going through, and that is when the tax money dries up. And so this particular issue is the city trying to force neighborhoods out of the school district because the school district is at its limit, I guess is the issue. So check out the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment down below. Are you guys experience any of this in your neck of the woods? Go ahead and let me know. And we'll catch you on the next one, guys, because there's always going to be a next one.
No, you offended the heck out of us.
Well, you
offended our community. You denigrated our reputation. You impugned our integrity. You embarrassed our children. For what reason would you do something like that, Chris?
Well, because if you
read the lawsuit, it was despicable.
Okay, well,
and you're a despicable individual.
Thank you, Mayor.
Hello, my name is Jamie Jenkins, and I am here on behalf of Prosper Apartments, located at 6870 Foley Beach Express. So, of course, we're here to address the rezoning of the corporate limits and to talk about rezoning Prosper Apartments and the comments that were released this morning on the press.
Yeah, I tell you what, why don't you let me read this statement? It might save you some effort. How's that sound? OBA website published an article this morning regarding the city's potential de-annexation of lands north of the coastal waterway. The article quoted statements made by Craig Johnson regarding children residing at Prosper Apartments. I would like to clarify that Craig Johnson is not an employee nor a representative of the city of Orange Beach in any way, form, or fashion. Does not speak for the city. There were no identified sources to back up his claim. In fact, the city council met with the school board this morning and discussed the impact of residential growth north of the intercoastal would have on our school system. It appears that from a school system data that the school is at capacity, cannot sustain further growth, but can maintain the current student volume without sacrificing student-teacher ratios. We intend to modify the annexation of the resolution to remove all residences of children currently enrolled in Orange Beach City School, including those at Prosper Apartment Complex. Deciphering that, Prosper is not included in the de-annexation. So it never, no, let me clarify too, let me finish. And it angers me that, first off, it never was guaranteed or decided to keep it in. We had to start looking at north because there's a 2,500 acre tract that will be building 1,700 homes, and then another 400. That is unsustainable for us. There's no way ad valorem taxes off residential at that number we could provide services or keep our head above water. However, looking at Prosper, we didn't know what the number of students were. Having met with the school board today, there's 49 students in our school system. That is not going to overtax us. They're already in the school system. Prosper also provides a fair-priced, affordable place for folks to live, a stepping stone, hopefully, to move into our community at some point in time. But it serves a purpose, a very, very special purpose. So, for all those despicable individuals out there that try to paint us as anything other than just doing what's best for the city, I really am disgusted. But I'm sorry y'all had to deal with the grief of that. But that was decided this morning. We were able to bring all of the information together, sort through the numbers, and make the decision.
You have 49 students that are in our school system, and we are very, very proud of those being here. And for them to go from K4 to 12 is an outstanding accomplishment. So we are thrilled.
Thank you. We have people that come to the property and that will ask, is it Orange Beach? And we have residents that are currently active in sports and academics at the schools. I'm glad to hear that we're not going to be included in that de-annexation.
And let me say something else. This is what hacked me off. They're good kids. whoever wrote that crap tried to depict them as our problem children, and that is just BS. I'm just
With some of them
despicable.
personally, there are residents. I know one of them is going to college on a full scholarship that's graduating this year. It's very unnerving this is how rumors get started. Somebody just opening their mouth and don't know what they're talking about.
Agreed.
Well, we are sorry for that, and we thank you for coming tonight.
Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome, absolutely.
We need you, right?
Also, when I contacted the OBA website and talked to them and they researched it, they took the article down because they used it. So, yeah. So they knew that
We're like a cat on a mouse.
they made a mistake. They messed up. Chris, you got anything to say, buddy?
Nothing to say, but just one question. I do appreciate what you just said and sort of undoing this relative to Prosper. I think you all know that I filed a lawsuit on behalf of the Prosper parent company today. Hopefully this was miscommunication and maybe I jumped the gun, and I'll be the first one to apologize if I did something wrong. So Mayor, councilors, if we jumped the gun and this was intended to be rolled back, I apologize to each one of you.
Well, first of all, let me say, you did intend, and your apology needs to be intentional, not just if I did. No, you offended the heck out of us.
Well, you apologize for
You offended our community. You denigrated our reputation. You impugned our integrity. You embarrassed our children. For what reason would you do something like that, Chris? Well, because if you read the lawsuits, it was despicable.
Okay, well,
You're a despicable individual.
thank you, Mayor. I don't know that you would have backed off unless we did what we did.
Oh, you're full of bull. You think I'm gonna run for you? Oh, my gosh.
The resolution that was
Give me a
promulgated by
break.
this city on Friday included Prosper. Why was that?
Yeah, when you go rip your shirt off and pull your cape out, Superman.
No time soon. I have one question for the council.
Have y'all read this lawsuit that this guy filed? How sick about what he said about us? Racist. I mean, I can't even fathom somebody doing something like that to a community and be so wrong.
I'm proud to be part of this community, Mayor, but I think excluding people who are already part of this community that have spent their life savings, tons of money to develop land, to try to build a business, to rent apartments, to build an apartment complex, to maintain an apartment complex, I think that's hugely problematic. And that's why we filed this lawsuit. And that's why other people have retained me. Right on the Beach Express, there are a number of other parcels that have been permitted to some degree by the city. These folks have paid substantial property taxes, have invested a lot in these properties. Does the city intend to move forward with that DNA?
In what fantasy world do you think we would actually answer a question you're going to ask?
Well, I'm a city, we're not going to citizen of Orange Beach. I figured it worth a shot.
They need to probably find somebody else is what they need to do. They should. But I said, what you did to us and our community was despicable. And I hope it made you feel like a big man, because it's sickening to me.
If I can interrupt, Chris, the council can't answer proactively how they would vote. That resolution is up for a vote on March 11th. They will vote on that then. They can't answer tonight how they'll vote on March 11th.
Fair enough. The resolution as it currently stands does include Prosper. So what can we expect in terms of a modification and timing?
Pursuant to the mayor's statement, that resolution will be amended to remove the Prosper property.
And only the Prosper?
Please stop talking. Please stop. I don't want this gentleman. Anything we could do to validate him as a human being, we have not.
What the resolution will be.
I just need you to sit down before I actually lose my temper.
Okay.
So, please.
Thank you all. And again, for the offense I've caused by perhaps rushing this out, I do apologize.
Well, I hope you'll call the Lanyap and the TV station that you called, and who else? AL.com, and tell them how wrong you were. Yeah, you let them tell them how wrong you were. Okay?
Well, I'm not willing to say that because you only backed off this evening after we filed a lawsuit. You made aware of it.
That is not correct. That is not true at all.
Man, you up.
How did you do, Counselor?
Hey, come on back to the microphone. This is going to be fun.
Okay.
You have an extremely high opinion of yourself, Chris.
I disagreed, Mayor. I I'm just here doing my job, just like you are, just like everybody else is.
No, denigrating an entire community, imputing their,
Denigrating
essentially saying they're racist. That's exactly what you did. And everybody in this room that lives here knows this man essentially insinuated the city of Orange Beach is a racist community, has no caring for poverty-stricken kids, which they're not. You need to read it.
That's
You probably ought to go back and reread it.
Oh, I have read it, your mayor. And that's nonsense that I'm calling the city that I'm proud to be part of any of those things. If anything, those comments were directed at you and your object of getting these folks out of the city.
Oh, my God.
Well, if you have a problem with me, I wear that as a badge of honor. So you directed at me, but then be man enough to call me out and not be the little weasel that you are. And then denigrate all these good people here, our school board, our teachers, our students.
It has nothing to do with the school board, the teachers, the students, any of those things, Mayor.
Yes, it does.
If it had everything to do with you purposefully including the Prosper Apartments on a resolution to kick them out of the city.
This is a joint, this is 6 votes here, sir.
You can clarify who else it was, but I think I'm pointing the finger at you. You are ultimately responsible. You're the boss at the top, correct?
Or you do not want to push this any further. I'm telling you.
What kind of threat are you going to make?
So, Chris,
I suggest you
live
leave.
in Orange Beach, and do you have children in our schools?
I do. They're excellent schools.
They are excellent schools, and that's because we work hard with our school board to make them that way. It is a great partnership, and we're going to continue to work with our school board and do what's best for this city school system. And whatever it takes to make it the best, that's what we're going to do. And we are at a point where we are going to have to look at everything every year when it comes to numbers, because everyone wants to be in it now. You got your children in it, so you understand.
I do, and I'm fortunate, and I think everybody else in the school system is fortunate, and I applaud all of you for all your efforts to make it a great school system. But as a citizen, let me say that I don't think kicking anyone out is a solution to make it better.
Are you going to pay more money to help us build more buildings?
I pay quite a bit in taxes, so I think I'm doing my part.
Yeah. So you're an accountant as well as an attorney.
Certainly not an accountant. I said that I would defer to whoever is lending their expertise.
Then that's what we're doing. That's exactly what we're doing. Based on revenues, projected cost, we're making a decision that keeps our head above water. I do not understand what part of that you do not understand.
Mr. Mayor, I believe that the city has an impact fee regime as well as the collection of ad valorem taxes to fund expansion of all kinds of public infrastructure, including the schools.
Impact fees do not go to our schools.
Let me ask you something. How much money do we get from the state of Alabama for our school system here?
I wrote it all down.
No, I know how much. I want to know do you know how much?
No idea.
Do you know what percentage of our budget of our school system comes from the state of Alabama?
No idea.
Okay. Do you know what percentage comes from the federal government?
No idea.
Do you know what every other school system in the state of Alabama gets from the federal government and the state? I'm fixing to tell you. Okay. 55 to 65% of their budget comes from the state, the federal government. We get 4%. And 95% of this school is funded from taxes in this city. We're the only school system in the entire state of Alabama that does not get any foundation money nor any degree of federal money. Everything we do, we pay for. And we pay for it because we've worked our tails off for 15 years managing our expenses and doing a good job. And for you to come up here and act like you know better than us what is better down the road for our city and ours, what arrogance?
What arrogance for a citizen to petition under the First Amendment their elected representatives? What arrogance?
What are you talking about?
I, like everyone else here, like everyone else in the city, has the right to express an opinion, and I certainly have the right to represent my clients when they see something wrong being done. You may say, oh, we never meant that resolution to include Prosper. Well, it was on the map, Mayor.
You have the right. You're getting the right to express your opinion. And I got the right to tell you you're full of crap. That's what I got. Or you are. but you did not have to denigrate us in the fashion that you did.
So to be clear, I was not grading
I know
anything about
us a long time ago, I know. But man, to essentially insinuate we're racist and we don't want low-income kids and and to say all these kids that prosper were our disciplinary problems an issue, that's you.
Mr. Mayor, none of that came from me, just to be clear. All those allegations in the complaint were not evidence that Chris Anderson or any lawyer produced. I'll leave it at that. Oh, no, I signed it as the attorney, but the evidence doesn't come from attorneys. We collect it from other people.
You have no evidence, you put your name on it.
That's right.
Because you're the representative of this firm, right? At your office is at Florida. So where did it come from? Where is your firm? Where are your headquarters at?
I got it from witnesses that got it from other documents, recordings, other information.
You did orchestrate.
Well, that's how lawyers advocate for their clients. Yes, it was written by me.
Shouldn't have the name on it.
No, my name is on it. The information does not originally come from me. That's the point. Evidence doesn't come from the lawyer.
Evidence is fact-based. You have no facts to back up anything in your, nothing. So why did you call the media outlets?
Because we thought it would be effective to get your attention, man.
I see. You're going to bully me? Come on, man.
Yes, there's only room for
Give me a break.
room. Is that right?
This was unproductive a long time ago, and I apologize, but I couldn't help myself. So y'all forgive me. I really have a problem with anybody who tries to hurt my community, buddy.
The right thing to do, though, is for you to do a retraction of everything and say, hell, and yeah, I don't want that you were gladly to get to jump on the boat with this thing. You said that you were gone.
I will certainly evaluate whatever I was incorrect about.
That may take a while.